Welcome to my English classes on the way to English. Today I am hosting this program. My name is Juan Pablo Figueroa Ortiz, and now we are in our classes. How are you doing today? Good, fine. How's everything? Everything is okay, everything is fine. You remember the last greeting we have in our classes. Okay, de nuevo estamos en este programa de inglés con el profesor Juan Pablo Figueroa. As you know, classes are going to be in English most of the time, but sometimes I have to do some translations. La mayoría de las veces las clases van a ser en inglés, pero cuando es necesario hago las traducciones, right? So every class should be in English. It doesn't matter if you don't understand, you don't understand. You have to train your ears. English is important, but you have to train your ears. Tenemos que entrenar nuestro oído por las clases. So train your ears. So in this level, welcome again to my classes. Today, I'm going to begin this class with a tongue twister. I want to teach you another tongue twister. You see here a tongue twister. When we're talking about a tongue twister, we're saying un trabalenguas, just to train our tongue, right? Just say, let's repeat with me in your house. Repeat, please. 6 slippery snails slid slowly to the sea. Slowly, lentamente. 6 slippery snails slid slowly to the sea. But it's here important to pronounce is slippery. Slippery, snails, slid, slowly. So we have to emphasize here how to pronounce in English. Repeat. 6 slippery snails slid slowly to the sea. Slippery, when it's slippery, as you say, slippery is resbaladizo. Repeat. Slippery. Repeat. Slippery. Slippery. Resbaladizo. Snails. Snail. Caracoles. You see. Repeat. Snails, snail, slid. We have a slid is the past tense of a slide. A slid is el pasado de slide, que es deslizarse. Se deslizaron slowly to the sea, right? Let's repeat again. 6 slippery snails slid slowly to the sea. 6 slippery snails slid slowly to the sea. Repeat. 6 slippery snails slid slowly to the sea. It's very important that we train our tongue, right? Okay, very good. Now, we have to be motivated all the time to learn English. You know, English is just a process. You don't get it that way very easily. El inglés es un proceso. You don't learn it all of a sudden. No lo aprendamos. No lo vamos a aprender de un momento a otro. Listen to this expression, all of a sudden. Listen, all of a sudden. All of a sudden. It's the same as suddenly. English is not learned all of a sudden. English is not learned suddenly. Is a process. Every day you, everybody who is interested in learning this language have to study. Todos los días debemos de repasar. Go over the lesson one and one again, over again. So, today I'm going to continue teaching you adjectives. Remember, this is not the teaching point of the class. This is just a warmer. We just begin the class, and we just begin with a tongue twister, and we're going to continue with the adjectives, right? Let me explain to you these adjectives today we have on the board. Excuse me, I erase. All right, so today I'm going to teach you, we continue with adjectives. Adjectives are very important in English. We cannot talk English without adjectives, without verbs. No podemos hablar inglés si no conocemos adjetivos y si no conocemos verbos. Adjectives are very important. So, this is not the teaching point of the class, but we have to know some adjectives in English. Let's go back to the adjectives here. Here we have adjectives number 3. We have these adjectives. We have sad, happy. Repeat. Sad, happy. You have the same, it's so funny. You have the same sound. It's a diagraph. You know? Sad, happy. We pronounce sad, happy, right? Sometimes we pronounce happy, but it's not better to say sad, happy. We also have here this sad, as you know, is triste, happy, feliz. We have another adjective, dirty and clean. Dirty es sucio y clean, limpio. But be careful with this. Dirty. Don't confuse this pronunciation with 30. It's not 30. Right? And sometimes we say, most of the time Americans say dirty, you know, dirty, and they have 30. You know, dirty and 30. I see 30 dirty men in the park. So funny. Yo veo 30 sucios hombres en el parque. It's so funny. 30 dirty men in the park. Repeat. I see 30 dirty men in the park. So don't confuse the pronunciation. No confundamos la pronunciación. Dirty es sucio y 30 es 30. Dirty. Repeat. Dirty, sucio. 30, 30 sucios hombres. 30 dirty men. So the other word is clean, no problem. Clean. Also we have neat and sloppy. Neat. When we say neat, we are referring to aseado, limpio, pulcro. We can use this word not only with people, but only with places at the house. For example, this set is very neat, or that man is very neat. Ese hombre es muy limpio, muy aseado. Or, my bedroom is very neat. Mi cuarto es muy limpio. So, let's look at the sentence. That man is very neat. Are they neat here? Or I can say that my bedroom, mi cuarto, my bedroom is very neat, right? Or you can say he has a neat appearance. Tiene una apariencia organizada, limpia. Okay, you can say also, she has a neat, you pronounce neat appearance. Appearance. Tiene una apariencia limpia, organizada, pulcra, atractiva. But there is the contrary. You say sloppy. Sloppy is the contrary of neat, right? I can say she has a sloppy appearance. She has, or he, whatever, has a sloppy appearance. Tiene una apariencia desorganizada. I can say a sloppy appearance. I also can say that 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 veron is sloppy, or the person is sloppy, o sea, es desorganizado en su apariencia externa, sloppy. Y organizado es neat. Also, we can use this adjective, strong, somebody very strong, right? You are very strong. I can say that my friend or my brother is very strong, muy fuerte. Lo contrario de strong es weak. That man is very weak. He is strong. I can say he is, or I can say he is strong. Or I can say the other way around. Lo contrario is he is weak. Or he is weak. Remember that e a juntos se pronuncian weak. He is weak. You say weak, right? He is weak. Sometimes in English, we are not careful with the pronunciation, like this we have here. Sometimes we are not careful. We have to be very careful with the pronunciation. Remember, but we are not native speakers of English. Hay que recordar que no somos nativos de inglés. So if we are not native speaker of English, we have to be very careful with the pronunciation. Let's use it by the way. Sometimes we are not careful. Algunas veces no somos cuidadosos with the pronunciation. So it's very important that when we pronounce and we're talking English, we should be very careful with what we are pronouncing, very careful with the pronunciation. And we have the adjective careful. Are they careful when they play? We can say, are they careful? This football player is careful. Sometimes they are careful, other times they are not careful. Algunas veces son cuidadosos, otras veces no. So I have another adjective we're going to teach you today. I'm going to teach you foolish. Foolish is an adjective we use when we're referring to people. Cuando personas son tontas, estúpidas, que no son cuidadosos sometimes, you can say, oh, you are foolish. I say, are you foolish? But this is not a very bad connotation. It's good. The connotation is, I can say you're foolish. Okay, you're foolish. You're foolish. When I say you're foolish, it's saying that usted es tonto, usted es estúpido. So let's go over again the pronunciation of these adjectives. Repeat with me in your houses. Sad, sad, triste. Happy, happy, feliz. Are you sad today? Oh, yes. Oh, no, I'm not. Repeat, dirty. But don't confuse dirty with 30. Remember the tongue twister? There are 30 dirty men in the park. So, dirty. Clean, limpio. Neat, aseado, pulcro, organizado. Sloppy, desorganizado. You can say, he has a sloppy appearance. Tiene una apariencia desorganizada. I can say sloppy, right? Sloppy. You can say strong, very strong. Am I strong? Do you think I'm strong? Well, some of you are going to think that I'm strong. Others think that I'm not. So here I have also weak, débil. When usted es una persona débil physically also. Strong and weak. And the last one, we have careful and foolish. Okay? Cuidadoso, esto es cuidadoso y esto es tonto, estúpido. A foolish person. Okay, let's go over again the pronunciation, right? Sad, happy, dirty, clean, neat, sloppy, strong, weak, careful, and foolish. Okay, this is enough for today. Now we go to what we studied in the last class. You remember that during the last class we were talking about seasons, you know, season, estaciones. So let's go over here to over again about the season, right? So let us study in the last class we studied the seasons. Remember the song? Somebody here remember the song? Do you remember the song? ¿Recuerdan la canción que le enseñé about the season? Remember? Who remembers? Do you remember? Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and soon I will get home to brighten up even your darkness night. Winter, spring, summer or fall. Recuerden las estaciones con esta canción. Winter, spring, invierno, primavera, verano y otoño. We have in that class several questions about the season. And you remember that I told you that we don't have seasons in Colombia. We only have rainy or hot weather. We have el clima puede ser rainy or hot weather, but not literally is that we have season. So let's go again to this. So what are the months at winter? The months at winter are December, January, and February, right? What's the weather like in winter? Recordemos que estas preguntas ya las vimos en la clase pasada, so yo no me voy a detener en este momento en el repaso, no me detengo en escribirlas, ya las hemos escrito, ya las estudiamos en la última clase, okay? Only the pronunciation is to remember that, okay? What's the weather like in winter? The weather is cold, snowy, could be foggy and cloudy. El clima es frío, hace nieve, es nublado, and foggy. You know, foggy. Foggy, this one here is cuando hay neblina. The weather is foggy and the weather is really overcast. Okay. What are the main action in winter? Just in winter that. What do people do in winter? People, they go skiing. They go ice skating. They play in the snow. You see the snow here. If you remember the last class, I taught you how to pronounce this. A snowman. Remember, a snowman. The snowman is el hombre de nieve. He has a black hat on top and he has the scarf here. A snowman, like man. It's different from freshman in Francais or from Englishman. Okay, this is the noun. And during this season they celebrate Christmas, very important. So this is the picture of winter, right? So let's go back to spring. He would say that winter begins on December 22nd. When does spring begin? Spring begins on March 21st. So what are the months, or which are the months of spring? The months of spring are March, April, May. By the way, last class I taught you that, les enseñé en la última clase, que los meses en inglés son en mayúscula, right? Todos los meses se escriben en inglés en mayúscula. That is the reason we have here in capital letter. Por eso los tenemos en mayúscula. So, the months of spring are March, April, May. What's the weather like in spring? The weather is rainy, cold, and very windy. What do people do in spring? People plant. People. What happened? What is the event of the nature? The events of the nature is the plant and the trees become green. And what do people do? Most of the people, they take a hike. Or they go hiking. Van a caminar, hacen caminadas largas. They jog outside. You know what is jog, you know? Have you seen me jogging on the street? Okay, they jog outside. Oh, what do? They feed the dogs, alimentan los patos. They start a new garden. This is a special season to begin doing something new. Most of the people inician un nuevo jardín, and you see, they just start a new garden. And sometimes, because the weather is windy, el clima es con viento, they fly a kite. You see this picture, how beautiful it is when this winter here. So the winter become beautiful. So let's go back to summer. During the summer, when does summer begin? Summer begins on June 22nd. And what are the June of summer? The June of summer are June, July, and August, right? Junio, Julio, Agosto. What's the weather like in summer? Remember this question. I'm going to write this question for you. What's the weather like in? Okay? What's the weather like in summer? Spanish for, español para cómo es el tiempo en el verano, right? In inglés, we have to say, what's the weather like? ¿Cómo es el tiempo? We can say, what's she like? ¿Cómo es ella? What's she like? Here, aquí like no es gustar, right? We say, what's the weather like in summer? What's she like? She is tall. She is average height, or average, he has average weight, whatever. So let's go back again to this. But summer is one of the seasons more important for people, because most of the people in the United States, they are on vacation. So what are the months of summer? The months of summer are June, July, and August. When does summer begin? Summer begins on June 22nd. What's the weather like in summer? The weather is hot, nice, and breezy. So this is a perfect this is a perfect season to fly a kite, para volar una cometa. What do people do in summer? People, they go to the beach. They go on picnics, van de paseos, van a la playa. They ride their bikes, or they ride their horses. Montan a caballo o montan en bicicleta. They play tag, los niños play tag. Ellos juegan esos clases de juegos en los cuales se agarran, okay. They play hopscotch. Ellos juegan hopscotch, esos juegos que ganamos golosa outside. They play hopscotch. Have you seen the children play hopscotch here? Yes, they go like this. They play cards. This is hopscotch. They catch fireflies at night. This is a very good activity at night. O sea, ellos atrapan los animalitos, libélulas por la noche. That's what they do. So there are so many activities to do during the summer, right? So the last one is fall, because in fall people just get ready to begin school. So when does fall begin? Fall begins on September 23rd. We say on September 23rd. Which are the months of the fall? The months of the fall are September, October, and November. What's the weather like? The weather is nice, a bit cold and windy. So, what are the main activities of the people? The main activities is that they go for a hike, and school begins and vacation ends. The leaves change color, as you see, las hojas cambian de color. The leaves fall from the trees. Las hojas se caen de los árboles. And there is important activity that people in the United States do. They roam through pumpkin patch. They roam through a pumpkin patch. What they do is that there is a lot of pumpkins, calabazas, y la gente acostumbra vagar por los cultivos de calabaza. We say in English, they run through a pumpkin patch. So, this is the first part of the class. Let's review. So let's get ready for our point today, our teaching point today. It's very important. So, my friends, my students, how are you? Now I'm going to talk about something that is very important in our lives. Our teaching point today is schedule. We have here lesson 17, my schedule. When I have some definition of a schedule, what is a schedule in English? In Spanish, a schedule es un horario, ¿cierto? Un conjunto de actividades que yo tengo que realizar. But it's much better to do the definition in English. So we say definition in English, but first of all, the pronunciation is schedule, pronounce schedule, 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 schedule. My schedule is mi horario. We have to follow a schedule. So what is the schedule? Let's see one definition. A schedule is a student's timetable. A student's timetable, o sea, el horario de un estudiante. ¿Qué es el horario de un estudiante? A student timetable is a list of the classes that are the responsibility of a student or a teacher in a given period. Right? Listen. Es una lista de las clases que son la responsabilidad de un estudiante y de un profesor durante un periodo determinado. Okay, listen again. A student timetable, a list of the classes that are the responsibility of a student or a teacher in a given period. When you begin studying at school, you have a schedule. Let's go to see this schedule. And you see here that you have time to write. So I want you to relate this definition with this. You are going to relate a student timetable, este horario, lo van a relacionar con esta definición. La primera es la del estudiante. This is a school in the United States. Esta es una escuela, este es un horario en los Estados Unidos. That's what they study in the United States. I'm not going to tell you the school. No lo voy a decir en la escuela. But this is a school in the United States. But I want you to take notation. You go, if you don't have a notebook, take notation, take a book, and try to write this schedule. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes, more or less 5 minutes, you write your schedule, please. Okay? Okay, are you done? Remember, terminaron de escribir el schedule? Because it's very important to relate, es muy importante que relacionemos cada definición del horario con lo que es debido. Let's relate this schedule. And this schedule, we call timetable, lo que llamamos también el horario. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Repeat, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. When you are talking so fast, cuando se habla rápido, normalmente people pronounce Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That anyway, people understand whether or not you say Monday or Monday. So let's repeat. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, que es lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves y viernes. Y la otra pronunciación más rápida, the other pronunciation, a little bit faster, is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Let me help you with Wednesday. Let's see Wednesday here. You pronounce Wednesday. 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 Repeat. Wednesday. 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 Miércoles. Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay. And what we have here we have the time, the hour. So, from 7:15 to 8:15, there is breakfast club. We call the breakfast club. Es el tiempo del desayuno. In the United States, in a school in the United States, en una escuela normal en Estados Unidos. Then they continue with the normal classes. So we have from 8:30 to 9:30, they have math on Monday. They have English on Tuesday. They have again math on Wednesday. They have English on Thursday, and you have math on Friday. Remember, I say on para decir el martes. They have, listen, look here. They have English. They have English on. They have English on Tuesday. Ellos tienen inglés el martes. No decimos en inglés the Tuesday. No, we have to say on Tuesday. Tienen inglés on Tuesday. So, let's continue. So, from 9:30 to 10:30, they have English on Monday. They have maths on Tuesday. They have English on Wednesday. And they have again maths on Thursday. And finally, they have on Friday, they have English, right? So, as you see, how long does the class take? Como ustedes ven, la clase toma una hora, right? 9:30, 8:30, 8:30, 9:30. So, let's repeat again. Maths, English, maths, English, maths. English, maths, English, maths, English. From 10:30 to 10:45, there is a break. De las 10:30 a las 10:45 hay un break. What we call, in Spanish also break, we call descanso, right? So from 10:30 to 10:45, there is a break, right? So there is a break at this hour. Then they continue classes. From 10:45 to 11:45, they have science on Monday. They have French on Tuesday. They have science again on Wednesday. They also have science on Thursday. And finally, they have on Friday, they have history, right? Let's repeat. They have science, French, science, and history. As you see, they study another language. Estudian otro idioma, que es, en este caso, French. In this school, they study French as another language. Then, they continue from 8:45 to 12:35. This is 11:45 a las 12:45. Listen, 8:45 to 12:45, they study, you want to say, they study French on Monday. They study citizenship. Citizenship is something similar like we say here in Colombia, democracia. I'm going to write it here. Because citizen in English says ciudadano. Citizen. And citizenship is ciudadanía. We have to do some contrast. Si queremos hacer algún contraste, esto es como una historia es algo que tiene que ver con ciudadanía, gobierno, democracia. Okay, this is citizenship. They have computer science on Wednesday. They study geography on Thursday. And again, they have science and Friday. And you see, in this school, they emphasize science. En esta escuela están enfatizando mucho ciencia. Science is very important. So, then, at 12:45, students they are still in the school. Todavía están en la escuela los estudiantes. So, from 12:35, they have lunch at Working Football Club. Working Football Club. Ellos tienen el almuerzo en un lugar especial que lo llaman Working Football Club, en el club de fútbol, donde trabaja el club de fútbol. Then they continue from 1:45. So you see, 12:45 and 1:45. From 12:35 to 1:45, they stay in the school. Los niños permanecen en la escuela de las 12:45 a la 1:45, where they have their own lunch. Whether or not they take it, we don't have to get into that. Okay? Then in the afternoon, they have other activities. We have to say that they study from 1:45 to 2:45, they have creative arts. Then we have creative arts on Thursday, and PE. PE is the same that physical education. Remember, we studied the school. Recuerden que estudiamos ya la escuela. But in that time, we didn't talk about the timetable at the student. Remember that? All right. So, they have artes creativas, creative school. They call it, here in Colombia, in our school, they say artística, right? Tenemos artística. But in United States, they say creative arts, artes creativas, creative arts. They have PE, and then they have, on Thursday, they have performing arts. Performing arts son las artes dramáticas. En la tarde, they have, as a class, as a class they have performing acts. And then on Friday, they have access. It means they have access, I just say here, access. I'm going to write it here. Access is a software, it's a program, it's a computer software. It's something that they study on the computer. Es una especie de programa. Lo llaman access. They go back. Let's go back to from 2:45 to 3:45. They have prep. They have prep. What is prep? Prep is pre-universitario. We call it in English. It's a prep. It's a pre-universitary. In this school, they begin teaching the student a skill to get to the university. Prep. They could be a secondary school. Preparing the student to go to college, They prepare the student to go to college from 2:45 to 3:45. So every Monday and every Tuesday, the students have preparatory, preparatory. Preparatory to college. Remember, no es colegio. College here, preparatorio, preuniversitario, para ir a la universidad. In this school, every Monday and every Tuesday, there is a preparatory to get ready to go to school. Preparan a los estudiantes para ir a college, para ir a la universidad. They have preparatory. Then they have, on Wednesdays, go PE. PE is physical education. And then on Thursday there is performing arts, artes creativas, and then on Friday there is access. So they are still in the school. Todavía están en el colegio, in the middle school or high school, as I explained to you, como le expliqué a ustedes en las clases de school. So from 3:45 to 4, there is a tutor time. So they have tutor time every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, and every Thursday. Every Monday from 3:45 to 4, there is a time para el tutor. Ese es un tiempo de consulta, lo llamo yo. Siempre hay un tiempo de consulta. Pon 3:45, pon 40. But it could be more time. Puede ser más tiempo, of course. Puede ser más tiempo. Es un tiempo de consulta. Los estudiantes consultan con sus profesores, but they know they have the time. And this timetable, ellos saben que tienen el tiempo de consulta. We call it tutor time. So they have tutor time on Monday, they have tutor time on Thursday and Tuesday, and there's tutor time on Wednesday. And then at this time there is assembly. Assembly es una reunión de estudiantes, la asamblea de estudiantes. There is an assembly on Friday. They could have it or they could not have it, but they have the timetable for the assembly. And assembly, as you see here, assembly, la asamblea, la reunión de estudiantes, de profesores. They have so tight schedule. Tienen un horario tan apretado, tan definido, pero tan organizado. It's really very good. They have an assembly. Son las asambleas del estudiante, puede ser reuniones de profesores. So this schedule is very tight. But also in the United States, in this school that I'm talking about, they have after school activities, lo que nosotros llamamos actividades extracurriculares. También tienen actividades extracurriculares. So the student get to the school at 7:15, and then they continue in the school, and when it's 4:15. So from 4:15, remember, from to, listen, from, I'm going to write here, from, take into consideration this, from, as you say, from 4:15, de las 4:15, a las 5:15, there are after school activities. I'm going to write it here, after school activities. After school activities are actividades extracurriculares. They have after school activities. So we have some here. So they can choose, pueden escoger diferentes after school activities, but they already know when to choose them y saben cuándo escogerla. So they have, on Monday they have after school activities in which they can study Italian, fitness or dodgeball. Italian, fitness or dodgeball. Italiano, fitness is educación física. And they have a game, they call it dodgeball. This is a game, dodgeball. And when they try to hit with a ball, but you just dodge. You just try to avoid being hit by the ball. Usted trata de que no le den con la pelota. Este es un juego que tienen en Estados Unidos. Las personas, los niños, los jóvenes juegan dodgeball y hacen equipos tirándose con una pelota. And they have a dodgeball. Those who want to be in this kind of extra activity. Los que quieran estar en esta actividad extra, of course. So there is another extra activity. On Tuesday they have dance, football or choir. Tienen danza, fútbol o coro. Those who have a good quality for singing, they just join the choir club. Ingresan al club de coro, or the dancing, or the football. So they have many after the school activities, so the students feel relaxed and they do something that is good for them in this timetable. Then we have, on Wednesday they have songwriting, chess, and table tennis. I'm going to write songwriting. This is an after school activity the students have, songwriting, escribir canciones. Ellos, en actividad para escribir canciones, they use their imagination. And they have chess, que es ajedrez, and table tennis. Finally, on Thursday, they have craft, keyboard, and cookery. Craft is manualidades. They have any kind of a craft. So they have craft, manualidades, whatever they want. They have keyboard also. They go in front of the computer and they learn how to type. This is keyboard, teclado. Or they have cookery, right? Cookery, the student learn how to cook. Aprenden a cómo cocinar. So as you see, this is another timetable. So my question is, what is your timetable in your school? ¿Cuál sería su horario en su escuela? Is that similar like this, or is not that similar like this? Is different or is not different? So try to do a timetable. Hagan un timetable for yourself. Try to do a timetable, okay? Now, let's go into test this one. Another definition of a schedule is the list of arrivals and departures. Es la lista de las llegadas y de las salidas, ¿cierto? De aviones, lo que sea. A list of the times of arrivals and departure of buses. Una lista del tiempo y la hora de las llegadas y salidas de los buses, de los trenes, whatever. So, at the airport, at the bus station, at the train station, right? So here they have some example. So here we have arrivals and arrivals. In this arrival we have the time, the flight, from and the march. O sea, el tiempo, el vuelo, recuerda el vuelo se dice flight. The flight number, de dónde viene. Y we have arrived, canceled, landing, or landing, o sea, llegó, arrived, llegó, cancelado, cancelled. Aquí landing, cuando apenas está aterrizando, y aquí está from the country they come from. But this is so, you understand that's very easy. So we have here the arrivals, excuse me. So let me see this. The time is 45. What is the flight? X 23 to 65. It comes from Madrid. Viene de Madrid, ya llegó. Let's see another. 11:20. What is the number? Is the flight number TY 2053 from Stockholm. De Estocolmo está apenas aterrizando. One from Colombia. 11:25. The flight is X 2352 from Colombia. Arrived, ya llegó. And here they one cancel. So a pity. Cancelaron este. One from London. The flight S2569 was cancelled. It came from London. So this is another schedule. It's another schedule. And finally, we have the final schedule we have here is the schedule of our Basílica Menor. This is the mass timetable. Esta es el horario de las misas del día domingo. So on domingo there are many masses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you see, the first mass is at 5 a.m. on Sunday. The second mass is at 7 a.m. on Sunday. And as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 masses. There are 8 masses at the Basílica Menor on Sunday. So, yo espero que con eso entendieron bien qué es un schedule. Thank you very much. And we will see you in the next class. Goodbye.